Nathan's dad plays Minecraft. 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 Nathan's dad plays Minecraft.
Dad, is this really your intro?
Hello everybody and welcome back to Nathan's Dad Plays Minecraft. Now in this part of the world everything is working fine. As you can see, when I mine these workstations and accidentally the crops behind them, everything gets picked up immediately. No issues at all. I'm going to do a bit of a more technical episode today just because here in just a second that was not the case. So I placed the last workstation where I wanted it. Just checking around on the other guys, and yeah, you can tell by the little badge there, those are ones I haven't traded with yet at the world in this point. And then I go to bone meal some crops, and then this happens. Whoa, that should have been instant, and it's taking a little bit of time to bone meal them. So I get the whole row bone mealed, and then I'm mining the crops, and they're not going in my inventory. It actually takes them a considerable amount of time to go in my inventory. So I check my settings, turn some things down, think maybe, hey, did the world just get too big? Trying to figure out what's going on here. So I am able to pick up the crops, but there is such a huge delay, and I'm not playing online or anything. This is a game on my computer, and so I say, well, hey, and then at this point I notice the stars aren't moving. So, because I've been working on this for a bit of time, and it's still night out. So I go over to the mob farm, see what's going on here, and as you can see, the mobs are completely stationary. So today we're going to talk about the importance of backup and how to restore a backup if your world just quits working for some reason. So this is my main Minecraft screen right here as soon as it opens up, and I should note too that I did try some other worlds and they worked fine. So this was the only world I was having trouble with. So in this case I am going to single player because that's where my world is, and I'm going to click on the world, and I do this before I start a recording session every single time just as a precaution. I don't anticipate stuff going wrong, but you know, every once in a while something just happens. So then you're going to click on your game, click edit, and then click make backup. And that is going to back up your world right there. Alright, now to restore a backup, and of course this would be restoring the most recent backup that you had made, you're going to open two folders. You're going to open the backups folder, and I'm going to just drag this off screen for just a second. Then I'm going to open the world folder. And then I'm going to put both of them next to each other and go to the most recent backup folder. So as you can see, this is the world that I'm in right now, and this is my saves folder. The saves folder is where you're going to want to drag the new world, and so you're just going to want to go up one level. Alright, and this is the backup. Now it is a zip file, so you're going to have to extract it. So I'm going to go to the file, I'm going to click extract all, and it's going to extract it in the backup folder. Is where it's going to be. At least that's where I've got it set to extract. Now your computer, depending on your settings, may vary just a bit, but that's where I've got it. And I do have a pretty beefy PC, and so it doesn't take too long. Yours may take a bit longer than this to back up, depending on what your PC settings are and your hardware and stuff like that. And then at that point I forget where I backed it up to, so If that happens to you, you can just click extract all again, and then it'll show the file location. You can figure out where it's at, and then click cancel. Alright, so it is just at the bottom of the saves folder here in my case. Yep, there it is right there, February 18th. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this so that way it's a different file name from what I've got before. And I had already restored this backup, which is why this one is called Restore. And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to call it Video Restore, just because I'm probably going to delete it right after I finish this video, since I don't need to restore at this point. Okay, so it is in my saves folder, so I can close out both of these windows. I'm going to click on save, and there it is right there. And so now I can go into this world. This would be theoretically the last backup I had made before things started going wrong, and then I can continue my world, and hopefully if it was a corrupted file problem, then everything is back and good to go. And like I said, before I ended up doing this backup, and in the background now I'm just replaying the video of how to make the backup, just because I wasn't really sure what to do at the end of this as I was wrapping things up. So I figured, well, that's a way to do it, because my world is 2 weeks in the future from the videos I'm posting. So I've been kind of well, I record a lot of videos ahead of time just because, you know, I do most of my recording on the weekend, and so makes it easier. But yeah, so I should note too that I did try changing my settings. I tried increasing the RAM. I tried different worlds, and like I said, this was the only world I seemed to have a problem with. So something happened with that folder with that save folder between the time I set up between the time I broke those workstations and when I went to bone meal those crops. So in that 3-minute period of time, something happened to the file and it just quit working. And so yeah, I recommend doing troubleshooting before you restore a world. And this is the only restore I've done. Actually, that's what happened in 4.06, which was why I started over, is I accidentally turned my lava into obsidian. I was like, well, do I restore it? And I thought that was kind of cheaty, so it was a good opportunity with the release of 4.07 to just go ahead and start a new world, and that's what I did. I've never used commands before, and I don't ever plan on using commands in this series unless like the world is updated and I've got to do that, and then I'll show all that on camera. So nothing cheaty here, just restoring a backup because my files became corrupted, or that file became corrupted somehow and it was unusable. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Make sure you back up your stuff every time before you start playing, just in case. And then too, you know, if you do lie and lose all your stuff and decide you don't want to start over, you can always go to a save backup as well. So it's, you know, kind of whatever makes the game more enjoyable to you is what you should do. Me personally, I like the idea of, you know, every once in a while stuff happens and then you just kind of go back to where you were and fix it and go on. And the great thing is with the way we've built this world, it's not going to be difficult to get back where we were. You know, take a couple hours of time. And in fact, I lost about 6 hours of recording when I did this restore because I had a lot of stuff set up and done. But, you know, I was able to do the same stuff in 4 hours because when I went back and redid it, I had learned from my mistakes as I was making the new recording. So anyway, this has been Nathan's Dad Plays Minecraft. I hope this video was helpful. If you've got any questions about this or any other topic, why, just go ahead and leave a comment in the comments below and we'll help. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.